Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one. So today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details. Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer found the aesthetics of this mouse to be one of its most striking features, noting that photos simply don't do it justice. They explained that in person, the device looks and feels far more premium than it appears online. You really have to hold it to understand the quality. The plastic body was described as smooth, dry, and robust, with a fantastic color that really stands out. Moving on to the user experience, our reviewer was impressed with the feel of the buttons. While they initially expected something like a mechanical keyboard switch, they found the clicks to be sharp, small, and satisfyingly well executed. The scroll wheel was singled out as being particularly incredible. The small, integrated display also earned praise for its crisp, clean look, even if this client doesn't plan on changing its settings very often. Another clever design choice is the magnetic storage for the wireless dongle. While the magnet might not feel super strong, the dongle is surprisingly secure once stowed away. Performance-wise, the tracking is very accurate, and the preset DPI settings are easily adjustable via discreetly recessed buttons on the top surface. The only significant drawback mentioned was related to size, specifically for gaming. Our reviewer, who has large hands, found this mouse a bit too small for comfortable gaming sessions, wishing it were either taller or longer. The built-in thumb rest is excellent, but the overall dimensions just weren't a perfect fit for their enormous hands. However, for all other tasks like graphic design and 3D modeling, this client found it to be a fantastic tool. It's a peripheral that excels in both performance and appearance, making it a great choice for someone who needs a mouse that is neither boring to use nor to look at.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer is absolutely smitten with this mouse. It was a serendipitous find, the only one that seemed to truly complement their new, retro-style mechanical keyboard. Our reviewer is all about that 80s aesthetic, and this little gadget brings a smile to their face with its vintage vibe. While the mouse proved a tad small for a towering 68 spouse, he surprisingly experienced no discomfort using it. For our reviewer, who is a petite 5 tall with small to medium hands, it's an ideal fit. They describe it as incredibly comfortable, undeniably cute, and remarkably responsive. The color and design are a particular highlight, lauded as truly unique and working flawlessly with standard click volumes. Connectivity has been rock solid too, one minor wish. The client would love a freewheel mode on the scroll wheel for inertial scrolling, especially on Apple devices. However, the customizable DPI and the quality matte textured PBT plastic body are definite pluses. The digital OLED screen is a fantastic feature, adding a touch of interest and character to the overall design. This client feels this mouse is a worthy investment, especially if you appreciate what it brings to the table compared to other similar options. Ultimately, they're thrilled with their purchase, stating that it's the perfect companion for their high-end mechanical keyboard.
Fantastic. Now, let's see what insights our next reviewer has to offer.
This reviewer thinks this mouse is honestly a great piece of kit. The buttons are generously sized and really easy to actuate, which is a plus. And that little display screen, really helpful. It gives you at-a-glance info about the mode you're using, the battery life, and your current DPI setting. The DPI adjustment is especially well implemented, making it a breeze to dial in the sensitivity you need. The only real downside, and it's one that others have mentioned, is its diminutive size. It's a fairly small mouse, which might be a deal breaker for some. If you've got larger hands, it might feel a little cramped. It's smaller than a Pulsar X2, a Logitech MX Master 3S, and even smaller than an Xbox Series X controller, so be mindful. Also, the curve at the back is pretty pronounced. It's definitely not a budget-friendly mouse, but the materials feel premium and the functionality, not to mention the design, feels worth the investment. Our reviewer found the price justified. The mouse is versatile in how it connects, too. You can use it as a wired mouse, connect it wirelessly via 2.4 GHz dongle that cleverly hides away magnetically underneath, or pair it with up to 2 devices via Bluetooth, though it can't switch between those Bluetooth connections simultaneously. All in all, this client would give it a solid 4.5 out of 5, but since that's not an option, they're settling for a 4-star rating because, while excellent, it's not quite perfect.
That's all for today. If you like this, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments.